bred to continue working. You know, they've got this wonderful relationship with us. But they're so sassy and so intelligent. People don't get that what they're getting when they take home a gun dog is an animal that's intelligent enough and brave enough to go out through the forest, under the tree, under the fences, across the river, pick a bird up, come back, cross the river, under the fence, through the forest, and then put it very gently in your hand, and that's what they're taking home. And they forget that if you've got a brain like that, you've actually got to do something with it, otherwise they end up quite destructive. So I'm going to show you a little bit of advanced stuff with Spud. We did, I'll very quickly show you the stuff that we did this morning, just because I want to warm them up. I know it's nice and warm, but I'm a real believer that you don't do anything advanced with your dogs until you've got them working and warmed up, because the last thing we want is for your dog to turn quickly and for it to pop a muscle. And when he was 10 months old, he actually snapped a ligament in his hind leg, had to have his leg pinned back together. Not anything that we did. He ran over the hill on Salisbury Plain and yipped, and it came out with his legs stuck out at an angle. So I'm really conscious that you always warm your dogs up before you do any kind of hard work with them. So I'm just going to do a little bit of basic retrieving with them. So just straightforward, get on, single dummy, just to get them working nicely. And then I might do what's called a split retrieve, which is the next level up. And then I'll start doing lefts, rights and go backs, which is probably completely, makes no sense to you, but it will in a second, I hope. Really important that your dog's nice and steady, sit. So you should be able to throw things out regardless of how excited your dog is, and they shouldn't run after them. So that's part of the basic training, and we need to do that regardless of what breed you've got, because that could have been a rabbit running out in front of me on my wall, or it could be my golden retriever was just mad for deer. He used to go on his tiptoes, but he wouldn't chase them, and that's the key. So you need to make sure that your dog, even though it's a predator and wants to run after things, it has to learn it doesn't run after anything until you tell them. Come on, get on.
Can I ask something else here at this point?
Yeah.
You started.
So this is just to warm them up, a little bit more advanced stuff. Wait, you just walk out, put the dummy down, wait the Spud. And then you go back to your dog. So he knows that when my right hand goes up, there's only one dummy, he's going to go for it. Put it out. So then you build up the two dummies down, and it really is a case of we're now getting the dog to watch my body language and see which way I'm going to point, left or right. Dogs are the only animals on the planet that will actually follow the point. There's no other animal that will do it. It's because part of the domestication process, they know when we point down, there's normally something good at the end of it. So they're the only animal that will follow the point. So, what colour dummy would you like them to pick up? Now my left hand's got up, I'm leaning towards the left, the dog knows immediately I'm going to send them to the left. Right. If I'd lifted my right hand, he would have known I was going to go for the right dummy, and that's down to training and body language and weight distribution. Really important training. Good dog, pick it up. Come on, yeah. Okay. Now when we come to do more advanced work, which is you go back, the dummy's going to be behind the dog, and depending on which hand I put up, will say whether I want my dog to turn that way or whether I want my dog to turn that way. Okay? And I mean, apart from looking really flash, which it is, it's actually to do with the least amount of damage to my dog. So if the dummy's here and my dog only ever knows to turn that way, he's going to have to do more than a 180-degree turn. And if it's wet and muddy and slippy, I've got more chance of my dog ripping his cruciate ligament, which I don't want to happen. So I want my dog to learn, go back that way or go back that way. And I decide, depending on where the dummy is and which way my dog is leaning. But say which way you'd like me to go, towards my right or towards my left? Towards my right. So I'm going to give him a head sit. Sit. I'm going to give him a heads up. I'm going to take a little, I'm going to lean towards the right so immediately he knows which way I'm going to send him. Wait. Do you see how he started twisting towards the right? All I did was put my weight. Good, go back.